Guys, today we're going to be making a video. I'm going to take a little ride on the Yamaha Grizzly and I'm going to talk about some things. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a hint on what we're going to be probably buying this summer to add on to the channel for extra content. And eventually I'd like to go to a riding park. I haven't rode this thing any today. We're also back on the helmet mount today. Tell me what you guys think of it. I just uploaded a new video last night that I filmed on Wednesday, but I don't have a very powerful computer for YouTube, so it took me a little bit to get it up because it wasn't working like properly. Yes, the SD card didn't want to transfer over to my computer, but I did manage to upload a brand new video last night, and it goes more in depth about what I want to do with this channel and things like that, that I think that episode will do really good when more people see it, because my goal is to reach at least 1,000 subscribers in a year. That's my goal. That's like my goal. I want to hit 1,000 subs. This is going to be sketchy right here. This isn't that bad, but right there is where the pond starts getting out. So it gets really sketchy. So, and I don't have snorkels, and I need to put, if I'm going to keep on, and I'm probably going to straight pipe it, but I don't know, because it's already really loud as is, and I think it'll be just fine. It's just, it doesn't idle underwater. But there's a way, but I can idle it up faster with the choke if I'm going to go into water. But I don't know. The pond is so clear right now. Like this, you can see that rut down there, and there's another one down there. They're really deep. Like they're higher than your knee in waders, and I'm like probably like 5'3", 5'4", somewhere around that range. I'm in the 5-foot range, and it's up to my knees. It's up a little bit higher than my knees, which means these tires are all the way under. So, if that gives you an idea on how deep that pond is, that's what I don't like about that. Last year, it overfilled, and I full sent it when I had my old Yamaha, my old Honda. And I've never got the exhaust under in that, but I didn't ride in it for a very long time, because with it being a two-wheel drive and a straight axle and barely having any ground clearance, there's not really much of a point because you'll get through one side just fine, and then the other side you're screwed. Because, and now if I took it in there, I'd sink it because the whole entire airbox would probably go under. That's what I like about this. It has a lot of ground clearance. And I'm actually putting a 2.5-inch lift on it, or a 2-inch lift on it this summer, which will give it even more. And then the summer after that, this summer, I'm probably going to order big 26-inch tires for this and get the rims powder coated. And then eventually we're going to have this built into a big, bad mud riding machine. Because the plan is, eventually, take it to Busco Beach Mud Park. If you watch Braden Price or Kyle Cullen or Colt Jean or O2 Off-Road, you know what that is. A bunch of deep mud holes, a bunch of crazy stuff, which would be so cool to have this thing there. It'd be a lot better to have a Honda, but this thing would do just fine. It's got diff lock, it's an automatic. It would do just fine. The only concern I ever have about building this four-wheeler is I wouldn't be able to get my money back out of it. Even though I'd probably, by the time I would sell this four-wheeler, I would probably take the tires off of it and put the stocks back on it, and put these tires that are on it right now back on it. But anyways, let's get to the point of this video. Next summer, well, this winter, I plan on building a track. I plan on building a track either out front, in the garden, in our garden, like around the whole property, I don't know. I plan on building a track somewhere. And the reason is, we're probably going to be getting a brand new 2021 dirt bike this coming summer. The reason is, I was going to buy a dirt bike this winter, a 2021 Yamaha TTR 110. I was going to buy one, but then I decided I'd rather get a four-wheeler, a new four-wheeler. So we were looking on Facebook, so me and my dad, we were looking on Facebook Marketplace. I almost got a 2014 Honda Rancher 420, snorkeled, Outlaws, 2-inch lift, HMF exhaust, the whole shebang. But then, I had to go to physical therapy one day, and I saw this sitting at a dealership on the highway. And I said, let's go there. So we stopped in there after they were still open, and we went there, paid for them to hold it, and then we came back the next day and we bought it. And I rode it a crap ton that day. Like, I rode it till dark. But I mean, that was when it still had the spotlight, the gun rack. And to be honest, this is better than any Honda you could buy. Because on Facebook Marketplace, you don't really see any Honda Formans except for the new ones that are all built up for mud riding. And those are like $8,000. And nobody's gonna build up a Yamaha for mud riding. because you don't ever see them. I mean, I would build one. It's unique. Nobody has one. Well, that's a lie. Some people do. But nobody's going to use a Yamaha for mud riding except for me. I'd rather have a Honda Rubicon or a Can-Am Outlander or a Polaris, yes. But yes, Yamahas are more expensive, but they only really make 3 four-wheelers that you can actually mud ride. They make a Yamaha Kodiak 450, Yamaha Kodiak 700, and a Yamaha Grizzly 700. And that's it. And the Grizzlies are 10 grand. So you gotta be pretty crazy to pay that much for a four-wheeler that you're just gonna use for work. Even though the Grizzlies, they do have the diff lock. Every Yamaha Grizzly, except for the 350, has diff lock. Like the 450, it's got diff lock. And I love it. That's one thing better than your stock Can-Am Outlanders and your Polarises and your Honda Rancher 420s. They don't have diff lock. And you can buy a Yamaha Kodiak 700, which I wouldn't be surprised if they had diff lock, but they probably don't. But I mean, I was gonna buy one. Because you can buy a completely stock one, no winch, no nothing, for around $7,200. Which is a really good deal for a 700cc four-wheeler. Because you figure a Honda Rubicon, they're 8 grand, and they're nothing special. You still gotta shift the gears. Ow. You still gotta shift the gears, and you still gotta shift the gears. And they're not electric power steering, or none of that. You gotta pay. Like, I haven't found a cheap stock Rubicon. Rubicons are, bottom line is like 8 grand. When you can buy a Yamaha Kodiak 700 for $7,200, what's the point of going and buying a Honda Rubicon? Other than it being a Honda. And they're reliable. Yamahas are just as reliable. I never wanted a Yamaha. But now that I have one, the only way I'd switch back to a Honda is if I bought a Honda Rubicon. That's the only way I would switch back. That's the only way. I'd either go Polaris, Honda Rubicon, Yamaha, or Can-Am. It's the only one. Because I love the independent rear suspension so much. But yeah. Anyways, back to the dirt bike topic. I'm either going to buy, there's 4 options on the table. Well, actually like 6. I could go with a Honda CRF 110, which I would honestly love to have one, but I don't know, because number one, they're just so small. that I don't know how I'd like it. I've rode a TTR 110, and I don't like how the brakes work on the TTRs. I think they need some improvement. Like the brakes on Yamaha's four-wheelers, they're amazing. But the TTRs, I don't care for them. But Hondas, I'd like to ride one. I would get one. Kawasaki, I'm also debating on one of them. I'm debating on either buying a 110L or a 140L. But I'm pretty sure the 140 costs more than the Honda CRF 125, which only comes in a clutch, which is probably going to be what I bought. It's a good price for that size of dirt bike. $3,200. That's a pretty good deal in my books. And I'm probably going to end up buying one. That's why I want to go track or rent somewhere. I have a friend, he has a TTR 110. That's what I rode. And I would buy one, but I would have to put, I would honestly just have a brand new bumper and brakes. And the Hondas. I've always wanted a Honda dirt bike. I've always wanted a Honda to begin with. But tell me what you guys think down below. I don't know if we should get a dirt bike or if we should just stick to four-wheelers and buy another four-wheeler. Like a Polaris Scrambler or something that we can find cheap on Facebook Marketplace. Which is very possible. Because I would definitely 100% buy a Polaris Scrambler 500. I'd buy a Polaris Scrambler 500 any day. But you can't find them. I mean, I'd buy almost anything. But I want to buy a dirt bike. I want to buy a brand new one. Which I think it would help content out so much more. Because I personally, at my house, we have around 40 acres. Not that much. We have a lot of acres though, which means plenty of room to do activities and plenty of room to do a lot of things. What the world's going on with my phone? Let me pull up here. Oh, it's my timer. Oh, whatever. Actually, I'll grab that. That was my GoPro charging time because I haven't filmed since Wednesday. So that means I haven't charged my GoPro like I should do. I want to upgrade to, I want to get better editing software eventually. I want to. I'm hoping to eventually get some better editing software. This summer, I'm going to try to get out at least 2 videos a week. But I don't know, because I'm going to be working have Sunday off unless I'm really needed. And I'm gonna have at least one day off during the week. But I figure if I can film videos on Sunday, get at least 3 videos filmed, I can at least release them during the week. Because if I get 3 videos a week, I will be pretty good. But I don't know how long you guys want to watch them. I personally would like to get at least 20 minutes. Like, I'm at 21 minutes right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and end off the video. And hope you guys enjoyed. I always do this. Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe. Comment for more. See you in the next one. Have a good day.